They've announced Minnesota. I mean, heavily influenced by... Oh my god. Heavily influenced by Montana, North Dakota, and Minnesota. Oh god. I need to be serious now. What is going on today, guys? Tomcat here, and we're just going to jump straight into the video because apparently I can't be serious today. We're going to go over some of the new, or really all of the new announcements regarding the new community update surrounding American Wilds. Now, I'll go ahead and get it right out of the way that they haven't yet released a set release date. And I'm kind of getting a little concerned about that because they still are just saying fall of 2018, which, I mean, when you think about it, like, fall of 2018 is just about to start, and it's like we're gonna need one of those release dates pretty soon. So let's see, light bar we can have. What about the, oh, there's the welder. I was about to say, and you know what else we need? We need to get rid of that fuel and tools. That, oh my god. Oh no, air compressor. Okay. And then we need to add the toolbox so we get all the garage points. All of them. So, I'm kind of trying to debate on what I'm going to drive right now. I'm probably going to drive the Jeep, and then I'll come back and take the truck later. But, main thing is they've announced a host of new licensed vehicle manufacturers, mainly Ford, Hummer, and Chevy. So those are all very big, very well-known American brands. If you don't know Ford, Hummer, and Chevy, you might need to do some work on your... Why can we still hear the Ford? We're like way far away from the Ford. Why can we still hear it? There we go. So, they've announced, like I said, Ford, Hummer, and Chevy. If you don't know those, you might need to brush up on your American vehicle manufacturers. But moving on from that, they've brought the total for amount of vehicles up to just over 30. Now, over 30 vehicles is pretty sizable. I mean, that's a respectable amount of vehicles. And honestly, like, back recently when I said that I wasn't sure if they were, like, you know, I was like, well, where are the details? Like, you got to give us something. If they're working with over 30 vehicles, then honestly, I'm kind of willing to cut them some slack, because if they're working with over 30 vehicles and over 60 add-ons that are new, that's gonna be huge, because that's a lot. That's a lot of stuff to work with. I mean, especially in the grand scheme of what MudRunner is, that's a lot of new details to work with. They've got 10 maps and 11 challenges. Now, that's also, again, it's literally like when you compare this to the amount of stuff that they had in the base game when they launched it, this is more like them releasing a new game than it is releasing a add-on. And to be fair, they could have released it as a separate game, but they're not. And I think it's really cool. I'm glad they're not releasing it as a separate game. I'm glad it's an add-on to the original MudRunner. Now, another thing is they actually released the names of a couple of new maps, and those are Grizzly Creek and Mount Longmore. Those are inspired by Montana, North Dakota, and Minnesota. Now, I, for some reason, can't seem to say Minnesota in a serious sense without like... without calling it Minnesota. I have no idea why. No offense to anybody that's from Minnesota. I don't know why I can't seem to say it with a straight face. I mean, I can. It's just properly difficult. But those are actually, like, those are both maps that not only do they sound really, really cool, but if those are the maps that they showed in the recent screenshots that were leaked by some of the online game stores recently that I showed you guys, those are going to be really, really cool. And if they go along with the screenshots, I'm hoping they go along with the screenshots in terms of the brightness, because really, like, not even just the brightness, but how vibrant the colors were. Because honestly, this game needs some more, like, just color to it. That was an awesome obstacle. That was an awesomely designed obstacle. I don't normally freak out about obstacles, but that was amazingly designed. And, dude, I know we just kind of walked up it, but I am always, always, always impressed by obstacles that look really, really challenging, but flow super well if you bring the right vehicle. And that one definitely does. Now, back to what we were talking about before. So, and again, the release date, fall 2018. They don't give a release date yet. So my only concern with that is with them not giving a release date, that leaves it open for them to push it back. And I really don't want them to push it back. I want to play this update. And I think that, like, everybody at this point, everybody wants to play this update. Everybody's excited for this update. Everybody wants to get their hands on this update. But, you know, we're going to have to be patient. I'm going to have to be patient and just really, you know, just really wait and make sure that to not rush them, because if we rush them, you know, they're going to end up spitting it out to the community, and the community's going to be like, what's this? And they're going to be like, well, you didn't give us time to finish it, you know? So give them time to finish it, and I think that I need to give them time to finish it just as much as we all do. And because I honestly, like, yes, it's, aha, yes, we could park it there. Yes, perfect. All right, let's go ahead and grab Banks's Ford. And in fact, actually, why don't we just recall it up here, because I've never been up to this part of the map, so we might as well recover it to up here so we can check more of the map out. Now, with those 60 add-ons, that's a crap ton of add-ons, and I wonder if that counts like slightly modified versions of add-ons that already exist. It probably does, because I don't know where you're going to get 60 more add-ons from. I mean, even the modding community, sometimes, you know, even the modding community isn't necessarily going to bring, like, that many add-ons. I mean, that's a lot of add-ons. It's a crap ton of add-ons. And, like, when you try to bring that many add-ons into a game, I mean, to be fair, yes, I understand that they probably are counting, you know, like say, for example, if an add-on is a bumper, and then, like, each vehicle has, like, 2 bumpers, like 2 add-on bumpers. If there's a little over 30 vehicles, there's your 60 add-ons right there. So it might not be as complicated as it seems, but at the end of the day, though, I don't think they're gonna just try and pad pad the add-ons with crap like bumpers and stuff. It just doesn't seem like something they would do. And, you know, because they always tend to do tend to make realistic, not necessarily realistic add-ons, or just realistic add-ons, but they do tend to make add-ons that are interesting and or have a function and purpose, because they do end up, you know, making things that have purpose. And I think, honestly, like, that's one of the biggest things I enjoy about MudRunner as a whole, is that a lot of the add-ons, if not all of them, really do have a actual purpose, and there's a reason for them to be in the game. And honestly, that's one of the biggest things that I don't like about some of the, you know, one of the biggest things that I don't like about some games is when they put a bunch of crap in the game, but it doesn't really have any purpose. So they put a bunch of stuff in the game for a vehicle that doesn't really have any purpose. And because I see that and I'm like, okay, well, why is it here? Like, what's the purpose of it being here? And in MudRunner, they really do a good job of putting all of those into the game. Now, I would love to see wheels and tires come back as an adjustment, like just something that you can, like, just do to your vehicles whenever. Like, you pull into a garage, swap different sets of wheels and tires. I don't know why they took that out. And it actually honestly annoyed me ever since they took it out, because I was like, that completely got rid of any potential for modders to be like, oh yeah, let's just put this set of wheels and tires and this set of wheels and tires and that set of wheels and tires. But now, like, if they want to have a different set of wheels and tires, if you want to have a different set of wheels and tires on the same truck, you have to load the truck twice into the same map. And I think that's just it's so like redundant and pointless that, like, why would you want to do that? Like, why would you take that feature out? But let's go ahead and unload our garage points so that we've got everything under control. And oh god, I wonder if we can boosted launch up over that pile of lumber. It's a really silly idea, but it might work. It might work. Go, 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 go! Oh my god! I mean, it sort of worked. Sort of. Not to the point where I would call it anything like... I would definitely not call it a great success, but I would I would say it was a moderate achievement. Maybe not a great success, but a moderate achievement. Yo, what's over here? Dude! This is so cool. I love the design on this map. The design on this map is so good. Honestly, like, if you can't appreciate the design on this map, you might need to, like, adjust your thinking on what a good map is. And I'm by no means, like, saying anybody needs to, like, I'm by no means going after anybody, but man, like, I'm just saying, if you think this map is, like, oh, this map's all good, you might need to reevaluate, you know, like, at least even, like, your appreciation for a good, well-designed map. Now, back to the topic of before, of MudRunner. I'm really looking forward to seeing what other licensed vehicles they announce, because we also, you know, aside from Ford, Hummer, and Chevy, we haven't seen anything from Chevy. We've seen their Freightliner stuff. We've seen their Western Star stuff, so there's a couple of other manufacturers right there. We've seen the Hummer, but all the other things, you know, we still have yet to see actual screenshots of. I'm curious to see what they bring into the game with Chevy. I mean, like, are we talking about Silverado pickup trucks like Chevy Silverados, or are we talking about, like, you know, like a Kodiak, or like some of the older, like for example, like some of the commercial Chevy trucks, like from the 90s and stuff like that? Because both would be cool options, but I would love to see, like, if, dude, like, that would be such an interesting comparison to the modding community if, you know, the actual MudRunner devs themselves made, like, a Chevy Silverado pickup. Like, that would be really, really cool. And I think it would definitely maybe light a fire under the modding community to kind of up their game a little bit. Like, not saying their game isn't upped already, but it might, you know, kind of light a fire under some new modders to say, hey, I can do that, but I can do it better. And, you know, if it's of, like, original game developer quality, you know, that gives the modders something new to shoot for, to strive for. That gives them a new goal. And it would be a really cool new thing, you know, to push the modding community forward. Because the modding community, you know, if there isn't something to push them forward, they kind of stop making mods. And we saw that when, you know, all the mod thieves came around a while back, you know, and everybody was like, oh, well, I'm not releasing my mods anymore. And when everybody stopped releasing their mods, it kind of discouraged competition, and not necessarily competition as in modders have to compete against each other, but it like, you know, friendly competition and, like, little friendly rivalries, like, oh, so-and-so made this truck, I can make a better one, or so-and-so made this mod, I can make a better one. And honestly, when they stopped releasing mods, a lot of that seemed to go away, and it makes sense as to why it would go away, because there's nobody there to, you know, there's nothing there to motivate, you know, the other modders. There's nobody there to motivate everybody else. So, and of course, there's still some modders hung around, and, you know, eventually revived the modding community to where now there's definitely, you know, there's definitely a good bit of modders that are like, not necessarily have gotten back into it, but some that have gotten back into it, and some that are new, some that are completely new, and some modders have left. But honestly, when old modders leave, it opens the door for new modders to release new trucks. And honestly, like, some of the new trucks that I've seen are actually really awesome. So, and some of the new modders, like, yeah, I mean, their trucks might not be crazy high quality, but they're up and coming. And there's nothing wrong with up and coming modders. I mean, like, that's what keeps this game alive, and that's what keeps this community alive. So, very, very interested to see how mods will tie into American Wilds, and especially what the American Wilds trucks look like coming from the game developers themselves as opposed to modders, because this is the first time that we've seen proper licensed American vehicles in a SpinTires game that weren't developed by modders. So if you guys enjoyed that video and you enjoyed all of that coverage in regards to American Wilds, don't forget to click that like button. Tell me in the comments below what you guys thought of it. And if you're new to the channel and are excited for American Wilds, don't forget to subscribe for more, because all of the content on American Wilds is going to be right here on my channel. So hope you all enjoyed. See you guys later.